Hey guys. So I just read an article here that there's a rumor going around. I guess I'm going to call it a rumor. I found this article here on Limoto, LatinoReview.com. I have the article here on my page. It's saying that Sony is looking at a Spider-Man like an Aunt May movie. Now, if you heard the stuff coming out of the Fantastic Four reboot, it does sound quite silly with the changing the name of the Doctor Doom character, and I haven't even done videos on it just because the idea of that movie is just so silly on it, and there's just not much to talk about since it's so silly. And even this just sounds so silly, and I wanted to just throw a quick video and just tell you guys about it. Sony is looking at working on a movie without Spider-Man. I think of anyone to do a story without, doing the Sinister Six, without Spider-Man would be weird. The idea of that sounds very weird to me, but okay, they got powers, they're really they could be interesting characters and whatnot. I would even rather see like a story, like a background. Like I know the actress, she's great, she's perfect. She's a great actress. She was great in I forget her name there, but she's a great actress. Great in Forrest Gump and all that. Honestly, I prefer the first, just based off the look of the character. And she plays the character great, but the first Aunt May that they had from the Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy, that Aunt May was just, to me, was perfect. Obviously, I watched that one when I was 7, the first one in theater, so that was really like the first time I really knew much about the whole character and the whole whatnot. But she just looked a lot more like the comics. But then again, she plays this part here so well in the Spider-Man and what we had in the Andrew Garfield, the modern one, the Amazing Spider-Man. And so she's a great actress and whatnot, but the character just doesn't have, even though I prefer the other Aunt May in the original trilogy with Tobey Maguire, the character Aunt May does not have enough to really go on its own. She doesn't have enough to go on her own story. She doesn't even have her own comic. She's never had her own. Well, she's had her own comic book. Actually, I found it here. She's had her own comic book here, Aunt May and Frankenstein and whatnot. So she has her own book, but that's probably, you can probably get that anywhere for less than $1. It's really not. So the idea of the character just doesn't have a story. There's no story really to tell. Obviously, if they did do the story, they both would have to be in it. There's really not much of a story if they do it. So I don't know if they do it. Maybe I'd go see it, but I doubt that this idea would even get done because it's just gonna rip it apart. And like I do it in here, just the idea is silly. So they talk about it here. I have all this here talking about it and whatnot. I just think that there's just not much of a story there to tell. I'd rather see a story on not Ben Parker, but Richard Parker, Peter Parker's son. Seeing just about that. And then where is he now? What is he doing? Is he alive? Is he dead? Or before his research or whatnot. That would be a little bit more interesting. Even though there's really a short story with him, I think it'd be more interesting than Aunt May. And I think that's it, guys. There's just really not much. And Harry Osborn would probably be a more interesting story. Just him, hanging out with dealing with his money and whatnot. But other than that, I don't see that there being much of a story to go on for Aunt May. So let me know what you think. Would you go see an Aunt May movie without Spider-Man, just an Aunt May movie? I guess they'd have to have Ben Parker in it, but I'm not sure if they'd do that. I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd go see it. Maybe I'd go see it just to see it and then rip on it afterwards. But I wouldn't go see it expecting anything at all because the idea of it just seems so silly and so stupid. I'd probably go see it just to rip on it. Not that to be one of the few people to see it actually. But I don't know. I really hope that they don't do it. I hope they don't do it. I'd go see it just to review it for you guys, but that's about it. And yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Peace out.